everybody, welcome back to Goodale Farm. I'm Peter, and for today's video I have a couple things going on. One is I want to repair my work boots. They seem to be leaking. It's going to get muddy around here, so I definitely need to find out what that problem is and fix it. And then secondly, with springtime now here, a lot of the ice melted on the pond, so I want to take care of some algae or muck that's just been out there. Take care of that before it gets too crazy. All right, so hope you enjoy it. We'll see you out there. All right, since I have a nice warm day, I figured I'll work on my work boots. So they're a little tattered, which is fine. I don't mind the looks of them, but what bothers me is they let water in. Well, definitely this one here. So I'm going to check that one out and see what we got going on and try to fix it. Let me get at that. Where the water comes in is, it feels like it comes in right here because it hits the ball of my foot, the inside ball of my foot. And in looking at the sole looks in pretty good shape. I mean, I don't see any cracks in the sole, and I'll look on this side here. I don't see anything there. I think it's coming in right where the leather is separating from the rubber sole. So I'm going to look a little bit closer, make sure that's it. And if that's it, I'm gonna have to clean out that area right there. Yeah, maybe with this pick, the brush, clean it out some. And what I did was, I have some leftover marine adhesive, and I have it warming up here inside my truck. Always a good spot to warm stuff up if it's cold outside. The inside dashboard of a vehicle always works. So we got the waterproof sealant. We'll work with that, and hopefully that works out well. Let me get that going. All right, I got it primed. I'm going to try to be as generous as I can with this stuff. The reality of it is it's a repair, it's a patch job. It's not like normal construction that I'm doing here on the boot. So again, main concern is I don't get the leakage that was happening. It was just unbearable, especially with the snow. I mean, the snow's gone, shouldn't get anything back, but it's gonna get muddy. Springtime, you get a lot of mud, combination of rain and ice melt or snow melt. So here, as I liberally apply it, I'll even kind of come up a little bit. I'll probably just let it sit as it does. I thought about putting some tape or some support on the seam so that the adhesive works, but the boots are pretty old now. They're probably 5 years old now. So the leather, the waterproof part of the leather's kind of done. All right, so we got there. Go around the front. This stuff is pretty flexible, and it's heavy duty grade. The other boot, not having a problem, but there's some gaps as well. I'll have to get like right in there. And I thought about putting some on the steel toe, but that's just gonna fall off. Steel toes are good and everything. It's just when you're doing work on like stone work, or you're kneeling down laying a patio, it's inevitable the toe of your boot is scraping on stone or concrete or asphalt, and that just wears that down. Some boots have a cap, like a rubber cap. I've thought about getting those. Okay, I think we're in good shape here. I'm not going to win any beauty contests with these, but they'll do just fine. I came around the seam on both of them, and while I was in the garage, I came across our a can of silicone water guard spray. So I'm going to bring the boots in the back of the truck, the bed of the truck, spray them down. Then I'll put them up in the dash here so they could get that nice warm sun and dry. All right, let me get going on that. All right, that silicone spray I think did a good job. I don't know if I should have waited for that adhesive to dry or not, but I'll leave one here on my seat, put the other one up here, let them bake, and I'll come back to them on maybe tomorrow. All right, let's move on. All right, while the work boots are drying, I have some work to do down at the pond, so I'm going to put on the old trusty rubber boots here and go down there. It's a lot more wet, and I don't think the work boots would cut it either way. So let me get those on and meet you down at the pond. The spring thaw has completed, and you can see on top we have algae and just muck from last year left over. I don't think the fish have come up from the bottom yet. So, oh, actually I see a couple going around. So, want to take care of that. What I tend to do is come out here every now and then and clear as much as I can. I have a rake. Actually, it's a plastic pitchfork that I usually use for mucking the stall. But I have that on an extended pole way over yonder. You can't see it right now, but you'll see me in a little bit going at it. And what I do is I try to get as much of it off as I can, throw it up onto the side. Now, what really is needed is some type of aeration system for the pond. But I don't have any electricity that runs down here. I'm not going to invest in a windmill or anything crazy like that. So, in the meantime, I don't mind doing it manually. Good exercise. I do see some bass out there, which is pretty cool. Glad they're out there. All right, and I notice a plastic bag. Definitely want to take care of that. It's been windy, so anything's possible when the wind comes around. All right, let me go get the pitchfork and get to work. Okay, I think that's enough for today. I like to try to get this done early because any day now, the frogs and the fish are going to start breeding. And they like to use this algae and muck in the water to lay their eggs for protection. So don't want to be too disruptive there. I may come out one more time to do it, but and then give it a rest until summertime. All right, this job is done for today. Let's move on. All right, while we're out here, let's take care of this concrete bench. It's not the most stable thing in the world, but let me set it up and try it out. All right, I'm going to pass on sitting on that. You know, this time of year is good because not all the bugs are out. Snakes are still buried away. Mice, for the most part, are away. So it's good to be able to, you know, lift things like this off the ground that's been sitting, that normally you'll have some type of critter underneath. But not to worry. Right now, it still gets cold enough that they're still hibernating somewhat. Alrighty, that's that bench. Alright everyone, thank you for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, you take care, and we'll see you later. Bye.